So we're in London for a few days, and obviously we can't travel to Japan at the moment because of the restrictions, because of the coronavirus. So we are going to be going and doing various Japanese themed things that are available in London. So like there's some cafes and shops and like other things that we love to go to, and we know are brilliant, and some that we haven't been to yet. So exciting.
In the morning we went over to Camden as Steve had heard about a small Japanese comic shop in the market there. It was a bit like the kinds of shops you get in Nakano Broadway, apart from the prices, which were a lot more expensive. There was a wide range of manga, and it looked like they had the latest releases, as well as some old classics. Next, we went to central London to what we think is the best Japanese patisserie and cafe in the city.
So we're at Wack Cafe in Covent Garden in London, and we've just got some nice hot drinks. I'm having a bit of a Japanese day. So we've got some matcha tiramisu, and we've got one of them each, and Steve has a hojicha latte, and I've got a matcha. It's too pretty to eat. Oh, that's good. I think it's matcha powder and then very, very, very thin white chocolate and then the cream. So I then probably did it in moulds and putting it in that way.
Then we went to Japan Centre, which is just a short walk away from Wack Cafe in Soho.
It's a ramune flavour. That's the kanji for key, and I'm trying to remember what it means on its own.
I might try one of these. Can you get one of them?
Sure. Would you like peach or would you like grapefruit?
Peach, please.
Okay, I might join you in it. You don't want a strong zero?
No.
Here we go.
We also looked around Chinatown and found something we didn't even know was in London.
So we're about to leave Chinatown and go back over to Shoreditch, and then we passed this I'm not going to be able to say it now, Tsujiri, which is a really, really famous Kyoto Green Tea company, and we'd actually been to Tsujiri in Kyoto on our very, very first trip and had matcha ice cream sundae with some dark chocolate, and it was amazing. And so I remembered the company name and branding and recognised it from when we went there. So it's a little taste of Japan, and a company that we did go to when in one of our trips to Japan. So definitely recommend this if you're in London, or if you are in or if you're in Japan and you see Tsujiri, because it's really, really good quality matcha flavoured things. So, I'm going to struggle to cut into this. It's really not. The wooden fork is not quite doing the job. Oh dear. They're trying to be eco-friendly, and I think it's just made it difficult. I'm going to end up having to pick this up and just put it in my mouth, I think. Oh dear. Trying to be elegant and the eco-friendly cutlery is not helping me. Yay. There we go. I'd like the looks of the matcha cheesecake, but they were out of those. And then Steve's gone for a red bean shake. I'm double matchering with a sweetened matcha latte.
Before we returned to Birmingham, we had lunch in a Japanese restaurant in Shoreditch that had really good reviews. We ordered 2 pieces of the otoro, medium fatty tuna nigiri sushi to start. Steve had prawn tempura udon, and I had a chirashi bowl that had an impressive amount of sashimi on it. The reviews didn't disappoint. It was a really good meal.
So the places that are definitely a must-see in London, Wa Cafe, 100%,
the best.
The best of the places I've been to in London, and we haven't been over to Japan in
Nearly 2 years.
Nearly 2 years.
Just before the pandemic hit,
Yeah.
we were lucky enough to squeeze in a trip.
Yeah.
And the chances are we may not be going for another potentially a year.
Yeah.
So we needed this little fix.
Yes.
And some places in London do provide that, don't they? And Wa
They
Cafe
do.
is definitely one of those.
They do. I think a lot of places there may be like catering to Western tastes, or and it's like the English version of Japanese food. Even some of the Japanese brands like Issho-Ni or Tsujiri, it's not necessarily the same kind of experience you get, but it's the closest you're probably going to get to it while in England.
While not being able to travel.
While not being able to travel. But Wa Cafe, honestly, you could be in a little cafe in Ginza. The cakes and the drinks are on the pricey side, but such high quality, and it's absolutely completely worth it.
Why not subscribe to see more of our videos? Or you can follow Miru Japan on Instagram.